I love WPBA because it's like a big family and we feel so warm.
The sisterhood amongst the women. One of the greatest gifts I've ever gotten out of pool were the friendships that I've built from them.
What I like most about the WPBA is their continued support for women's pool.
I love the camaraderie and the competitiveness of the WPBA players.
WPBA gives us a chance, a stage to compete and show our passion.
The WPBA always supports us in that every tournament we go to, they will always take care of us.
What I love about the WPBA are all the fierce competitors out there.
The competitiveness.
I love the equipment at the WPBA.
I like the most about WPBA that they keep continuing to support women's sport throughout so many years.
What I love about the WPBA are the fans.
What I love most about the WPBA is that we're all kind of like one big family.
I love that the WPBA brings great competition from around the world.
The WPBA has been a huge part of the growth of women's pool, and I love them for that.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the 2024 Olhausen, Colorado Classic. These are B-side matchups between Joann Mason-Parker and Briana Miller. Thank you for tuning in. This is Lonnie Fox-Raymond, and I am being joined in the booth by none other than the Iron Maiden herself, Ada Leo.
Hello, everyone.
So this is going to be a good matchup. Briana was playing great yesterday. Actually, I played her. And Joann Mason-Parker has put some numbers on some people this weekend.
That's amazing.
So it's going to be a good one.
I think the last time they've matched up was at the JP New Tour.
Oh, yeah. I seen Joann made a post about it.
Yeah.
So both these ladies are class acts. They're both solid run-out players. I think you're going to see some good action in this match. We're waiting for Jerry Stucker, our tournament director for this event here at Felt Billiards and Bar in Englewood, Colorado, to finish the announcements for all the ladies that are playing throughout the room. You can go to digitalpool.com and check out the brackets. You can also follow along with the live scoring link through Digital Pool. We are real close to the lag for the break, folks, so just stay tuned, and as soon as they go, we'll get it rolling.
Should we go over the match rules while we're waiting?
Well, I think we should just wait till they lag. That'll give us something to chat about while they're racking.
Well, look at all these sponsors that have been signed on.
Yeah, we've been really fortunate, and I want to give a special shout out to RJH Custom Cues, who recently became a WPBA Tour sponsor for sponsoring the audio equipment that we have now.
That's really great because I tuned into the live stream yesterday and I was really impressed by the quality of the audio. Yeah. So kudos to that.
Yeah, I cannot thank Richard enough. Not only has he been super supportive of the stream and of course the WPBA, but he's also been super supportive of me, and I am so grateful to him. We've been had many conversations here recently about what he could do to help, and I just said, just let me figure it out. When I figure it out, we'll get it rolling. All right, so Joann Mason-Parker is the lady you see on your left of your screen. Briana Miller is on the right. They call her beast mode.
Well, yeah, when she gets going, my goodness.
She's tough action. All right, looks like they're both a little short on the lag this morning. Brianna's like, yeah, okay, whatever. You can have a break. Fantastic. So Joann Mason-Parker to break. Let's go over the match rules, folks. So the match rules for this event here at the WPBA, this is a race to 8. They are going to lag for the first break, which you just saw. The alternate break format thereafter. The 9-ball does not count on the break in the bottom 2 pockets. 3 consecutive fouls is a loss of game, and we are using the 3-point break rule.
So the last time I was in the booth, someone asked in the chat, if you were to make the 9-ball on the break in the top 4 pockets, and then you don't satisfy the 3-point breaking requirement, does that still count? So I asked the tournament director, and he said no, the 3-point breaking requirement needs to be satisfied first. So in that case, the 9-ball gets respotted,
That's
and
a
then the
good
opponent
question.
has the option to take the table and make a shot, or give it back to the breaker, and then they can push out. We do have some savvy people in the chat that ask very good questions.
Yeah, that's a great question actually, and I wouldn't have known the answer to that. I think I have been told in the past though that the 3-point break rule has to be satisfied no matter what. So even if you break dry, if you don't get 3 points on the break, then your opponent can give it back to you.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand that. I was like, what do you mean? You broke dry. You shouldn't get the rack back, And you can still push because you're the original breaker.
Yep.
So there are some little niches to that rule that I find intriguing.
Well,
All right.
I prefer that because, like, if the opponent breaks dry and doesn't do 3-point break requirements and things are clumped up, why would you even want to try to take a shot?
Yeah, definitely. You don't want it, but all right. So it looks like Joann got up there. I think she was trying to play maybe a bit of a containing safety. The 1-6 didn't look wired, but it did look possible. But she didn't play the cue ball like she was trying to keep shape on the 1. So
I mean, she could go for the aggressive route and try to carry him off to the 1 to the 6, but she's going for the safe because we want to play smart pull, not silly pull.
nice shot. I can't tell from here if Joann does have the edge of the 1.
I think she has the edge.
I don't know that it's a good idea to shoot at it with the pocket right there on the left-hand side, but she's kicking, so I like this a little bit better, I think.
Yeah, I think that's a better option because she can, like, freeze it up in the short rail. I think they're getting over first rack, getting used to the table, and getting warmed up too.
Well, and neither of these ladies have played on the feature table yet. And this table does play a little bit differently. It's weirdly fast.
I played really great on it. I really liked it
too. I liked it as well. Yeah, both you and I both had matches won on the stream table. Yay us.
Well, I really didn't want to get on the stream table and roll over and die.
Well, you didn't, so congratulations.
Nice.
For that.
I wanted to give the audience something to watch and demonstrate that I can play pool. I belong here with these ladies.
And I think it's helpful at times. That was a great starting shot by Briana.
I don't see any problems here, so, she just makes sure she sticks to her roadmap here. I think she's going to be out. That's my prediction.
Now, Briana is a bit more of an aggressive player. She does play safeties, but she definitely has the stroke to be offensive. Looks like she's trying to get to the left-hand side pocket. Well, that worked out nicely. I think she can just roll this ball forward.
Briana's been playing a long time.
Yeah.
She has a lot of junior titles. And
I think 7 or 8 junior national titles. I think it's like a large number. She's a very solid young lady. Yeah, so she is. She's a 7-time BEF junior national champion. So she's no stranger to winning. She's also a 4-time ACU national champion, and she has numerous WPBA regional tour wins. The thing I enjoy about Briana is that she also gives back to the sport. She owns and runs a WPBA regional tour here, the JP Newt, also known as JP Chower Northeast Women's Tour. So she's giving back to the sport, and I love that about her.
Oh no, that was a very unfortunate miss, but I think this is a little difficult to get to the 5. I'm not sure about this camera angle here.
Yeah, I don't think she can see the 4. If she can, it's just the edge of it. Joann's, it's unfortunate for Joann because Briana was shooting offensively at that pink 4 and then missed it.
Yeah.
Now Joann doesn't have a shot, but she will come up with something. She's a very talented, creative player. So I want to say thank you. We've got a couple donations already this morning. So Jude, amazing. Thank you so much for your donation to the stream. And of course, Brian, he's Superman Trick Shots. He's a great trick shot artist from Ohio. We call him Superman. He has donated as well this morning. So thank you, Brian. And we'll see you in Louisville.
Oh, really? I get to meet Superman trick shots?
Yeah, he's going to be in Louisville.
That's great.
He's a lot of fun. He was at Bristol, too. I don't know if were you in Bristol?
Yes.
You did. Okay, I couldn't remember if you came to Bristol.
There were so many people in Bristol,
There were
though.
so many. All right, so it looks like Joann has left the pink 4 in the jaws. Briana has a real opportunity to kind of take this first rack and settle in. I think the first couple of racks, especially, this is the first match of the day, not just on the TV table, but period. So you'll see a little bit of settling in bit for these ladies.
You know what I find interesting is that there's zero humidity in here, and watching people that are used to playing in humid conditions and they have a big stroke, how do they adjust to the really fast tables? Do they have to like cut down on their stroke, play a little bit differently?
Oh, wow. I think it just got out far enough. She stroked the 5 ball so good.
She's got a big stroke.
She's got a great stroke. They don't call her beast mode for no reason. I think that 7's going to bump up nicely for her. A little bit long, but I think she'll be just fine after watching her shoot that 5 ball this morning.
And what I appreciate both about these players is that they play very confidently. They walk up to the table. They're like, I'm making this shot. I'm committed to my decision. Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah, both of them are very confident players. So Briana is actually sponsored by Jacoby Custom Cues, and I think it's been quite a while she's been sponsored by Jacoby. She's also sponsored by PA Pro-Am Pool, and if you guys aren't familiar with that, that's Frank Mieletti. Frank has his own YouTube channel. He promotes events. He does stuff with Matchroom. So shout out to Frank and PA Pro-Am and his wife, Mindy, of course. She's also sponsored by 3 Seconds and Game On Gear.
Well, she missed that 7 ball and then wound up looking it into the bottom right corner. So she had walked away from the table thinking that she missed that shot. And then all of a sudden it went into another pocket. So sometimes, luck, it is a factor here.
Absolutely. And I say this a lot, and I think Briana's kind of the perfect example of that. Fortune tends to favor the bold. And Briana shoots aggressively and direct.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't you don't see Briana roll a lot of balls. She definitely controls her cue ball, and so with that, the whole fortune favors the bold. I think she gets good rolls because she shoots firmly and boldly.
Mm-hmm.
I guess is the right way to describe that.
Did you know that she went to Englewood University, which had a billiards program?
Is that Mark Wilson ran that program, right?
Yeah, so she's one of the students.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
April went there as well, right?
Yes.
Larson? It's a good opportunity for those players.
So now it looks like Briana's up to break as she's waiting for the next table to make their shot. So Joann Mason Parker here has quite the bio sheet here.
Yeah, so Joann is, there are so many titles under this lady's resume. She is phenomenal. She's also a member of the Jewish Sports Hall of Fame, which I think is super cool. And she was nominated to get into the BCA Hall of Fame as well. So she's a former U.S. Open champion. She was a Triple Crown Master of the Table champion, and that was at Q Masters a few years back. She was a Chinese Invitational 9-ball champion. I mean, the list is ginormous. And the cool thing about Joann, too, is that she's really involved with her sponsors. She's sponsored by Navigator Blue, Impact Custom Cues, and In the Zone Sportswear. And she's very, very active with them, and I think that's important. So we've got I love Joann's name, too. They call her the Battling Beauty. Super fun. But at the moment, Beast Mode is at the table.
Well, both of these ladies' nickname starts with B, so...
Right? It must be a thing.
Might as well be Queen Bees on the table, the way they shoot pool.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like she's going to roll this in nicely. It was very tight. It's a good effort.
I think she was just a little too delicate with this.
Draw stroke here by Joann.
See how it hopped off the table a little bit when she stroked it?
She's got, if you watch her, Joann has her backhand is up a tiny bit. So I feel like she's kind of elevated, which may be the cause of that. And it's just natural. It's the way she holds her cue. Nothing wrong with it. It's very successful for her. But she does seem to be backhand elevated a little, and I'm wondering if maybe that's why.
She also has her elbow kind of not in the right spot.
Tucked into her body.
Yeah, it's very like an old school kind of form, and nothing wrong with that. Everyone has different forms. But it's very interesting when you look at modern players and how their form is now.
Nice shot with the bridge there.
Versus some of these older school players.
Yeah, absolutely. Even their bridges are a little different. Like Joann uses a closed bridge a lot. And some of the newer generation of players are more open-handed. You see a little less of the closed bridge, but Joann is very, very comfortable with that bridge and has obviously been very successful with it.
It's all about consistency.
All right. 2 rails around for that 7. Nice shot on the 6. Committed to that, all in.
And she stayed down for her shot. So I see a lot of amateur players, they'll shoot and then get up and they don't realize they throw the line of the shot off by doing that.
It's definitely important to stay down and follow through. So a little bit of draw here just to kind of make this 7 and shoot the 8 in the same pocket. Nice touch by Joann. Nice. And this 9 ball to get on the board.
And you see her elbows kind of like on the inside a little bit more?
Shane Van Boning tucks his elbow behind him as well.
Wow, okay.
Billy Thorpe is another one. I think it's just, what's natural to you. Like me, I can't tuck my elbow behind my ear like that. But some players, it's just natural to them. They still are staying straight in the line of the shot with their body. And so you can see that their cue comes smoothly and straight through their body. So I guess it's just what's comfortable to you in that regard.
It's really important to, when we talk about form, working with the student to develop what is that form for them, because everybody's anatomy is different, their vision center is different, whether they're right-handed, left-handed, and being able to, get them on the line and making sure that's consistent. And comfortable, too. You don't want to be in a form and then your hip is all jacked up or something, and then you're in pain.
So it looks like Joann's taking her time there to get a good solid rack. We are using the Aramith Pro Cup balls, which we do have for sale. So if anyone's interested, we've got a great rate for those. You're not going to get a better deal than you will through the WPBA. And we're using the Perfect Rack, who is our actual official rack of the WPBA.
Racks really well. I only got, I think, 1 illegal break in this entire tournament out of my 4 matches. So I actually really like this rack and see a lot of improvement in my break.
So Joann lost the cue ball there. Briana will come to the table with ball in hand. Now, I will tell you that Briana just put her hair up, so this is bad news for Joann.
Oh, no. Is she like Brittany Bryan?
I feel like if you play Brittany and her hair is down, you got half a chance. If she puts it up, you're in trouble.
Exactly. Feel like that's her tell.
Yeah.
I mean business tell.
Literally, it's her poker. It's her poker face.
So now we have Briana doing the same thing. He's like, I'm not messing around.
I will tell you, unfortunately, Briana and I, where we fall at, we're close in rank. And so we run into each other a lot. And it's so hard to play her because she is so good. I mean, when she gets into stroke and she doesn't have to think, that's when the beast mode comes out.
Yes.
And it is treacherous. If you do not answer, she will run right through you. She had me down 5-1 yesterday. I got back to 5 before she beat me, but
way to fight back.
I'm telling you, she is so tough. If she just catches a gear on you, she is brutal. And she does it quickly. There's no time wasted with Briana.
Well, so she doesn't even need the shot clock.
She doesn't. My husband is probably not even using it much right now.
Well, the shot clock is, I I think, a little bit on the longer side at the WPBA. If you watch some of these international events, I think it's 30 seconds.
Yeah. So the reason that initially, so it's kind of wild. We always used to use the 30 seconds. But when we weren't shot clocking the TV table, we weren't shot clocking the feature table. And we had a really, really, really long match. And it was uncomfortable for us as the commentators, and it was uncomfortable for the viewers as well. So right after that event, we implemented that it was mandatory that you were on the shot clock for the TV table. Now, the point for the shot clock wasn't to increase the speed of play, it was to keep it steady and to not allow us to get into these 5-hour race to 8 matches, which are completely unnecessary.
Right.
And so the reason I think that we decided on 40 seconds was primarily to keep the pace of play, and and then to not punish the ladies. We're not doing it to make them have to run around with multiple cues in their hands and drop one on the floor. We want them to have time, and to be able to think clearly and comfortably, but to keep a steady pace of play.
So was that implemented at the same time as the 3-point break rule?
No, I think we did maybe. It's close. It might be close. You might be right on that one. I feel like we used the shot clock the first time in Iowa a few years ago, and that's also where we voted into the 3-point rule. So you might be right. It might be very similar in time frame.
Because I feel like with the 3-point break rule, since you have to satisfy that requirement, the racks are more open and definitely more runnable versus like maybe you not hitting it more soft and there's a lot of clusters and then it turns into a safety battle.
So Joann losing the cue ball on this rack, she's going to, unfortunately, it looks like it's going to cost her. So hopefully going forward for her next available break, she'll be mindful of that and try to keep control of the whitey.
I don't think anyone's going to be running away with this match. I think it's going to be very close up to the end.
You guys, for everybody at home, check it out. Caroline Kapow is in your right-hand upper view. We love us some Caroline here at the WPBA. She's such an awesome person.
She is the sweetest. And she tempts me with all her Instagram photos of food, which is really terrible because I love to eat food. And she's always, I'm traveling and I have eaten this delicious food and here's a picture of it. And I'm like, wow, I want to go there.
She does do that. Does. She's a foodie. All right, so Briana Miller to break and try to extend this lead just a tad further. Briana is sponsored by Game On Gear, which I want to make mention as well, that is also a subsidiary of Big Family Custom Creations, who is a tour sponsor for the WPBA. If you guys are looking for any cool apparel, make sure you check them out. You can find them on Facebook at Big Family Custom Creations or Game On Gear.
So so when you get an extension, it's basically an extended 40 seconds.
Yeah.
There was a question in the chat about when you call an extension, what is the duration of that?
All right, so nice follow stroke for Joann there to get on the 2. This rack is fairly open. I think the most difficult play will be from the 5 to the 6.
It was unfortunate Briana lost the cue ball there.
Well, I feel like that happens. You ever notice that? Like one person does it, then the next rack, the next person does it. It's like, I don't know what it is about pool, but it's like almost like we play follow the leader sometimes.
Monkey see, monkey do.
Right. Simon says, right?
So there's a piece of history here. I don't know if you can answer that in the chat, but Marianne Merrill is pretty sure the 3-point rule was voted at the Pittsburgh event in 2018 and 19. I don't know. I wasn't on tour.
So you might be right back then, Marianne. You actually might be right, but it was taken back out. And then we brought it back in the 2020 range, 2021. They weren't implementing it. So you might be right, but it might be, I want to say it was after COVID in Iowa that we actually voted it back in. I think they took it out and brought it back in.
So what do we have planned for new equipment? We just got the new mixer, have better audio. I know you have 50 million plans for the live stream.
So at the moment, I would like to obtain one more camera, at least one. They're very expensive, so I do have 3 previous old, they're not old, they're in very good shape actually, they're Mevos, webcams. They're called the Mevo Start, and I'd like to sell those. If I could sell those and purchase another camera, I think that would be that's what I would prefer to do. The Mevos worked wonderfully, and we're super grateful for the the year or two that we used them, but we're definitely moving up, and so I'd like to do that. I think that's my next move.
That's great. So if you want to share and follow the stream and also donate, there's a little $ in your YouTube. You can do that. And I think you can do that from the WPBA website too. You're able to donate.
Yeah, you can go to WPBA.com and check it out. So Jude, we actually have the ability to do the overhead camera, but I can actually pull back and show you since we're on a break here with these ladies. Let me show you. Maybe I can show you. Maybe I cannot show you today. Cameras are being a little tricky.
Oh, it's Carly McGee in the chat. Hello, lady.
So Jude, we travel. Hi, Carly. Thank you for joining the stream. We travel, and every venue has a different setup. Every venue has different lights, et cetera, et cetera. So in this particular case, you've seen the green light I just pulled back out of the view for you to see. If you, there's nowhere to put an overhead camera. So we're so, with the traveling that we do, we are very much susceptible to the environment, and the overhead camera is just not conducive to our travels right now. We do have that. We have the ability to do it. But like I said, every venue right now, our tour is traveling so much. Every venue is totally different. And, we're just kind of like, well, this is what we got. So enjoy the show.
Yeah, so it's been a combination of casinos, pool halls, convention center. So it really, a lot of different places.
She made 3 balls on the break, so she definitely did good with the 3-point rule there.
She did. But then, this is a tough 2-ball there to get to the 3. You think she's going to three rail it to kind of slice it in, put some left spin on it?
Well, the score is 2-2. I think that the proper thing to do would probably be to bank it in between the 5 and 9 and play the safety. But if she wanted to get offensive, the one good thing for her is if she were to cut the 2-ball to the right-hand corner, she could come 2 rails and out, and it's likely that she could end up leaving Briana bad if she doesn't make it.
So it's a 2-way.
It's a 2-way, technically. But we'll see what she opts to do. Joann's a very, very aggressive player. All right, well, she got a lucky bump off the point there, so that's okay. I'm sure she'll take it. She might be queuing awkwardly.
Yeah, and then she's kind of not on the correct side to get to the 5. So, and there's a danger of scratching in the side. I feel like there's a lot going on with this shot.
See if she can level queue and travel past it. Like this might be what she's doing. Let's get back out to the center of the table for the 5.
Wow.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
That was difficult to set up, so that was really nice to see her do it.
Yeah, she is. She's all in. Joann's been playing very well in this event. Great.
Thank you, Giselle, for your contribution. We really appreciate your support.
Side pocket. It's dark in there. Don't do it. Wow, worked out. A nice little touch shot there by Joann. See if she's going. It looks like she's going away from the 7. She may just have to roll this forward. Yeah, she's just going to accept the shot on the 7, and I think it lays perfectly.
Yeah, I found that because the tables are so fast, I didn't have to do too much. If anything, I had to hold myself back.
Yeah. And I think that a lot of us that are coming from the East Coast, we're so used to humidity. And we have to really put some oomph into some of our stuff, some of our shots Like here, it was just, we had to remind ourselves to go back to just natural pocket play and try not to get, you know, too aggressive. The cue ball would do what we needed it to do without putting that extra into it, you know?
Which I really appreciated. I was like, I don't have to do extra. This is refreshing.
All right. Joann Mason Parker, nice out there. Got a fortunate bump on the 2 there, but she played a beautiful shot on the 3 to get back into the rack. So
That was tremendous.
that was a good shot.
And, you know, I like the fact that she looked unflappable. I'm sure that wasn't the right position that she was looking for, but she accepted and she's like, need to readjust.
Yep, get back to work.
Right?
Right. Just take what you get. I think that's something that the top players do better than your amateur level players is they just accept.
Yeah.
Okay, they're not mad about it. Does it suck? Probably, you know, but they just accept it and move on, get back to work, you know. Do the pre-shot routine, make your decisions, and then just get right to it. And so I think a lot of amateur players would stand there and hem-haw and be upset over the poor position. And you don't see that a lot with the top players.
Do we want to check on the other matches? I think there's like a screen that is able to show that.
Let's see what's going on in the room. So Kaylee McIntosh is currently up over Michigan's Betsy Studholm, 4-0. Stephanie Mitchell and Caroline Kapow. They're in a tight match. They're just starting, though. It's 3-0 in favor of Caroline. Veronique is up 4-0 over Ashley Benoit. Lori John and Lisa are tight right now, 2-1 in Lori John's favor. Sophia Mass is up 2-1 over Susan Williams. Kennedy and Emily are just starting. Looks like Nicole Keeney and Pam Kelly are in a tight grind at twos. Lots of good action going on around the room, folks.
So a lot of good players here. I think 24 left.
Yeah. Yes, Carly, so Carly McGee, Kelly's super fan, is in the chat right now. So if any of you guys are watching on Billiard TV, you're always welcome to join us and go over to WPBA Billiards on YouTube, join our chat room. Carly was saying she's looking forward. We have Christina Tkach versus Pia Filler for our next match this morning.
That's going to be an exciting match.
It's going to be a good one. That is an A-side matchup. Both ladies are playing exceptional pool in this event. I think Jerry Stuckert, our tournament director, just told me this morning that Christina Tkach currently is like 24-4 in the match, in the tournament.
She's only given up four racks?
Games, and it was in her first match to Angela Williams. Those are the only racks she's given away the whole tournament so
Maybe
far.
her nickname should be Beast Mode.
Right. She is a beast. She's put in so much work, and it's so good to see it because she deserves it. You know, she works hard.
Well, this season alone, how many final finishes she's been in? First or second?
Well, and then if she's not in first or second, she's sitting in the top 4.
Yeah.
So she is just a force to be reckoned with right now.
Most definitely.
I like watching her play. When she first started coming over to the U.S. and we would stream her, I used to think our stream was freezing because her final stroke she had such a strong hesitation that I thought my stream was frozen. And then now she's got that dialed in. It's a little less dramatic. It's very much more natural looking. And she's playing so good.
Well, during COVID, she actually deconstructed her stroke and put it back together.
Yeah.
So she did a lot of work to change that. So that's why you see not so much of a freeze anymore.
Yeah.
Because
it's more natural, and the hesitation is much more natural now. I love watching her play. I'm happy for her. Like, I'm genuinely happy for her because this is exactly what she wants, you know? I mean, granted, she'd love to be a world champion, which will come. I truly believe that for her. But let's get back to this match. We can talk about Christina when she plays.
Oh, she missed that kick.
All right, so that safety was successful. Joann Mason Parker comes to the table with ball in hand.
There's still like kind of a clumpy mess up top there, so we'll see how she gets from this 1 to the 2.
Well, I think that if she gets through the 2, that'll all clean up. She's just got to get in the good window of the 2 there. She wants to get back to center table. Keeps her in the right window for the 2. Oh boy, she's going on. I think that was even better. She did get back towards the center, but I like this a little bit better because of the angle. Now she doesn't have to contend with the 8-ball to get on the 3.
That was such feel.
Yeah, that was a good shot. Like she's playing high ball here, gonna go forward and back out. Wants it to slow up a tad.
She's like, the rails are my friend.
You know, she is a very, very proficient straight pool player, and she has some very high runs. I really like. I learned a lot from her. I actually played her a match in a straight pool event. She won the event. I got 4th, but I learned so much playing her in that tournament. Even though she did beat me, I was very, very impressed with her knowledge of pack play and how to play proper safeties in 14-1.
I even think she has a mention on the Amsterdam Billiards Club Hall of Fame for the billiards, for straight pool, I mean. There's actually a wall with a big poster that lists out all the high runs, and she's one of the few women that have been mentioned in that list.
Yeah, she's a very, very good straight pool player.
Now this is a little bit of a tricky shot. You think she's going to try to carom and make that 9-ball?
No, I think she's playing the combination and coming around. She may opt to, in my opinion, if I were her, I would try to find a place to hide the cue ball as well. Play it like a 2-way.
I think I would just try to put her in jail.
Maybe she's just playing safety. I don't know. What's going on here, folks?
Wow, that was so gutsy.
She's got, a 1-game lead. I don't know. It was gutsy, though. I will give her that. She's chutzpah.
There might be room to sneak this 5 in the side, or Briana could be gutsy too and try to combo that 9-ball. I don't know.
I think it's a little far away for that. I think that Briana, I don't know. She's aggressive, but I don't know that she's quite that aggressive. I like her shooting it past the 9 though, into the side. Just like that. Roll the cue forward for the 6 on the right side. Great shot.
Keeping it simple.
Yep. I think she can just roll this up just a few inches, accept a little bit of a cut shot on the 7 because she needs it to get back for the 8.
That was my homework from last tournament, was this shot from the 7 to the 8.
Mm-hmm.
My homework from this tournament is going to be working on the rail shot. So many rail shots I missed.
Yeah, well, that's why you're in here with me today, Ada. Well, that's why we're in the booth.
That's right. Learning from these beasts and what they do.
Absolutely. So she's got, this fell a little bit flatter. I think she would have preferred a little more angle. She got fortunate here that the 7 didn't sit in front of the pocket.
I feel like her stroke was like not, the timing was a little bit weird too. Maybe she knew that this was tough and then just went for it.
Yeah, I felt she did fall a little flat there, but Brianna's got such a great stroke. That was just, I personally feel like maybe a bit of a mental error.
Wow, that was very aggressive. She's stuck on the rail and going for a bank. I don't know what I would have done that.
So I have to tell you, one of my favorite things about Joann is that she talks to the camera. So if she ever gets on a big roll, like when I stream her, I love her because she talks to the camera. Like, we won't be able to hear her. And I don't know if she doesn't know that, but she cracks me up. When she gets on a roll, she is like fire. And so I enjoy actually watching her.
I think Emily also is, I don't know if she talks to the camera or she talks to herself, but
yeah, I don't know. But Joann definitely kind of talks to the camera. It cracks me up. Which I don't care. You know what I mean? Whatever you got to do, girl, do your thing, you know? I'm not judgy like that by any means, but I love that about Joann. That's one of my favorite things about her is that she's so aggressive. I love it about her. She's so New York is what I feel like. Kind of like you, Ada. You're like super New York too. Like you quick to tell somebody they ain't acting right.
I'm not talking to the camera though.
No, you don't, but
I try to be stoic. And if there's a camera on me, I want to make sure I look professional.
Yeah, fair. But I think that's the best thing about our sport, right? That, you know, we have characters. We have wonderful fun, creative, spunky characters in our sport. And I think that's the thing about pool that we need to showcase a little more. And that's why I like the streaming, because you get to see, I like some of the characters in the game. I don't need it to be super stiff. To me, that's boring.
Yeah.
I like it when somebody's got a little to them, a little pep in their step.
Well, there was some conversation the last time I was in the stream about Dawn Hopkins' stylish outfit. So we do have some trendsetters here on the tour who like to mix it up with, their pool outfits and what makes them comfortable with and confident at the table.
Listen, Dawn's Chinese shoes are my favorite.
Yes,
right.
She had the glitter shoes on, for sure.
They're my favorite. All right, another solid break by Joann. Unfortunately, not a great starting shot. Maybe a combination. But she also has a safety play here if she wanted.
I don't know if I like this combination because I feel like the cue ball's naturally going to the upper right side and might get stuck behind those balls. Unless she controls it in a certain way that I don't know about. Of course, when you're in the commentary booth and you see the table and the camera angles is not the same as the players itself.
Right. So the one, if she hits this proper, though, I think the cue ball can stop, and the one will travel to the right. We'll see how Joann opts to do this. She may just play the safety, though.
She looked very aggressive so far, so I don't know.
She went for the safety. Unfortunately, it's leaked out. She didn't keep the cue behind the 5.
Now, is Briana going to go for this bank or resave her?
Well, it's a two-way shot. I mean, she could play this two ways. She could bank it. She could bank it and bump into. Oh, thanks, Richard.
Wow.
Speaking of RJH, custom cues, that's our guy right there.
That's a great safety. Now's jail time.
Jail time.
My favorite.
Thank you, Richard, for your donation to the stream. For anybody who's interested in learning about RJH custom cues and the Tsunami Shaft, go to his Facebook. He has a really cool Facebook page. He's always posting all the cool stuff he's working on.
I finally met Richard Shu at Rax in Long Island.
Yeah. Yeah, he was great. He was so much fun. I was so excited to meet him there because we've chatted numerous times. But it was great to see him there.
Well, you had a fan approach you this tournament, and it's like, I've heard all your live streams.
Yeah, Wesley.
Yes.
He was great. He's going to be here all weekend, I think. He was super great. It was nice to meet him, and he was like, oh my God, Lonnie. He's like, it's so nice to put a face to the voice, right? And I don't think about that. I don't think about all the connections I've made with people who've actually never seen my face.
You're the voice of the live stream. You've touched people in their lives here, so.
Well, they've touched me too, so shout out to the fans. All right, great starting shot. Kind of fell a little funny on this 3, but I think Briana will probably play a safety here. I don't see her getting too overly aggressive on the shot.
Yeah, I think safety is the best because it's really hard to get from the 3 to the 5 right now.
So you can see there that she is waiting for the player next to her. And for those of you guys who are not familiar with the TV table, we have a 40-second shot clock, but we're not punishing the players with that. In these environments where we're real close together, they stop the shot clocks while you wait, which is nice.
That's very nice. Because I was getting a little anxious because I had to wait when I was on the live stream yesterday.
Wow.
A few times.
She hit that great. Unfortunately, the 6 came down funny. I'm not sure that it passes the 8 any longer.
I think it does.
Let's see. You think so?
Yeah, I think she just needs to float this 5 ball into the side and then get shape for the 6. And yeah.
That's great. Good for Briana, right?
That was a great shot.
It was a great shot. That was a tough back cut on that 3. All right, so...
I'm telling you, it's the hair up. Business.
It's business. Business. And it is true, though. I'm telling you, if you see Brittany put her hair up, you are in so much trouble.
And it's not just like a small hairdo up. Mm-hmm. It's like massive.
Yeah.
Almost like Taruko. I think there was a live stream where someone mentioned that it was like the most impressive beehive they've ever seen.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a couple of replays, actually, from that match. All right, Briana Miller taking the lead here. 4-3, folks, in this race to 8.
Still very close. It's going to be back and forth, back and forth.
Let's give a shout out to our sponsors here at the Felt Olhausen Colorado Classic. right, Briana Miller to break.
Really nice break there. And everything's pretty open. So just have to make sure she plans all her balls and follow her roadmap.
She definitely has beast mode, man. Ooh, amazing. All right, for those of you guys who are in the chat right now, I wanted to let you guys know we do have a poll going on. Our poll for who are you rooting for in this match, Briana Miller or Joann Mason Parker? If you're not watching on YouTube, you can, or if you're watching on Billiard TV, thank you for tuning in. You can go to YouTube and go to WPBA Billiards. Go in there, check out the chat, get involved in the polls. We always have a lot of fun with that.
Wow, she hit that so delicate, but yo, I was concerned that that 2 was not going to be in a good spot, but she actually hit that very well.
Not sure what was happening. Maybe she was telling the table next to her to go ahead and shoot.
Yeah. The tables are a little tight in this section, so I definitely had to wait yesterday a few times.
I think I like this side of the room a little better than the other side, but because I felt like over there, every time I was shooting a ball on the side rails, I was sticking my booty on the table next to me. And this one, I didn't feel like it was as bad right there. But I think 2 has a little more space in general because these 3 tables here on this side of the room they use for streaming a lot. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the other side of the room had other distractions, which was a challenge to play.
Yeah, but you know what? That's part of being in the pool room, right? Like we're doing this Back to the Bricks season, and we've had a lot of fun. We've seen some great pool rooms throughout the country. So shout out to all of them who have brought us in. We're super grateful.
This room has really delicious food, and
they do.
My goodness,
they do. And the equipment plays great. The equipment is not a problem. The equipment plays phenomenal. They actually brought in 3 more tables for us, though. So I think that's where things got a little tight because they kind of shoved in 3 more tables for us. So, but there's nothing wrong with it. If we weren't playing in a professional event, we would be in here, practicing and banging balls around and have no problems at all. I think it's just we notice the little things because we're being competitive at the moment. You know? Beautiful pool room, though. I just want to make that very clear. If you are ever in Denver, you have to come check out Belt Billiards. It's amazing. And Sam and Joe and Adam and all the girls, all the staff, Steve, they're wonderful here. All right, so Briana Miller looking to extend this lead.
What a break and run.
Yeah, nice break and run, too. All right, 4-3.
So, Lonnie, do we still have ball sets?
We do. Let's check that out. All right, folks. Those of you guys who are not familiar with this is the Tournament TV Pro Cup set made by Aramith. We do have limited quantities of these. We sell our previously used balls from each event. So we have a few sets available. If you guys are interested in that, you can get them for $370. That includes shipping to the continental 48 states. If you do it while we're live, you can go to WPBA.com, check it out in their store. You can get an autographed cue ball by any player still in this event. So check that out. You will not get that set at a better rate anywhere. I promise. Aramith gives it to us. So we give it back to you. If you're interested, check it out. It does help us with our stream. It helps with the proceeds to help for my expenses. I appreciate that, along with the donations through YouTube or on WPBA.com.
So it looks like the players took a break, so I'm not sure if there's a video that you can be playing right now.
We have so many things, Ada. Let's check out the ICA training tool. That's a new sponsor here with the WPBA. Check it out.
I love WPBA because it's like a big family and we feel so well.
The sisterhood amongst the women. One of the greatest gifts I've ever gotten out of pool were the friendships that I've built from them.
What I like most about the WPBA is their continued support for women's pool.
I love the camaraderie and the competitiveness of the WPBA players.
WPBA gives us a chance, a stage to compete and show our passion.
WPBA always supports us in that every tournament we go to, they will always take care of us.
What I love about the WPBA are all the fierce competitors out there.
The competitiveness.
I love the equipment at the WPBA.
I like the most about WPBA that they keep continuing to support women's sport throughout so many years.
What I love about the WPBA are the fans.
What I love most about the WPBA is that we're all kind of like one big family.
I love that the WPBA brings great competition from around the world.
The WPBA has been a huge part of the growth of women's pool, and I love them for that.
So it looks like the players are coming back. Oh, just wanted to mention we have 3 more stops to this season. We had a really jam-packed season. So our next event is Louisville, Kentucky. That is October 10th through 13th.
Yeah, we're going to be at Rail Yards. And for anybody who's not familiar with that, that's where the famous SVB Fedor match was played. So if anybody watched that, then that's where we'll be next month. Or actually, not even next month. I think it's like a week and a half.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go home. I'll be home for like 5 days, and I got to go back on the road again. My dog's going to be so mad. She's going to be so mad at me.
Then in November, we're heading over to New Hampshire, Concord, New Hampshire, to Capital City Billiards, which is pretty much a brand new room. So excited to be over there. And then we're wrapping up our season with the Dr. Pool Classic over in Rothschild, Wisconsin.
That's our tour championship. So that's a big event, and it's also a WPA sanctioned event, I believe.
Yes.
Air myths. James in our chat room. I'm going to have to put him on timeout. I'm kidding. It's fine. I think it's because I talk too fast, James, so it doesn't come out proper.
Well, there's some problem there with the 6-9. I don't think this is totally runnable. So we will see what happens.
Yeah, we can't really tell. Let's see if we change camera view, Ada, and see if, no, doesn't look like it goes past there. Somebody just bumped into my camera. They can stop that. Okay, what are they doing?
No.
Stop touching it. Well, honey, we're glad you're part of this too. Shout out to honey in the chat room. What's going on? I think, oh, they're asking for Jerry. That's Jerry Stuckert, our tournament director for this event.
Yes, anytime there's a rack on the table, it needs to be off the table because you don't want to have unintentional rolls that happen if you accidentally roll over the magic rack here.
Perfect rack.
Oh, perfect rack, sorry.
Yep. Magic rack is actually, I kind of giggle about that. So I was learning the proper way to talk about the racks, right? So Outsville is a template rack, which they were our rack sponsor last year.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but the Magic Rack is actually an entity of its own, right? So these are technically template racks.
Oh, I see.
Because Magic Rack is a brand.
Okay, so we need to be talking about this as the perfect rack.
The perfect rack.
Or a template.
Or a template rack, yes. See, I had to be, because I also was using Magic Rack, and they were like, no, Magic Rack is a brand. And I was like, oh, they're right. Like, that's fair, you know what I mean? I don't want to say it wrong and use, you know, improper terminology.
Well, you know, like in Canada, they don't say tissue, they say Kleenex.
Which is a brand here, right?
Yeah.
All right, so it looks like Joann left that one ball sitting in the jaws there. The 6 ball is still in an awkward position. We'll see how Briana approaches this table. This is interesting. The 4 is definitely covered up here, so we're going to see how Briana chooses to get around the table for the pink 4.
And those of you in the chat are not hearing the music from in the room, but you could tell when Briana's playing because there's a techno song that just came on the jukebox that her partner Sandy has put on to help pump her up and get her to play more sporty.
Oh, she hit that so well.
You could tell now she's motivated. It's the music.
I am also motivated by music when I play. Are you?
Most definitely. I heard this song and all of a sudden some magic happened. And then I was in the zone and I was making everything in. And this happened on live stream, so I was really happy to. I was like, that was the best I ever played. That's amazing. So there's something about that song.
All right, so looks she has fallen beautifully on that pink 4. She's gonna drag it around. I'm still not 1,000% on the position of the 6 ball.
Can that 6 ball go into the top corner pocket?
Maybe it goes to the left. Is that what you're speaking
yes,
of?
Top
Okay.
left.
No, it doesn't go to the top right, I don't believe. Let's see what she opts to do here. I think that there's always an opportunity to play safety if need be. Rolled it in. The cue ball traveled farther than she had liked, just based on her body language there.
I think she has to play safety.
Well, she's got options here. She can thin this and try to ship it to the right side of the table and keep the kind of a containing safety.
Mm-hmm.
Keep the cue ball here. She could thin it would be our right side.
Do you think she can try to
come
get
under the 8?
Yeah, exactly. That was what I was thinking, trying to get the cue ball under the 8.
Look at her popping her little head. Go, Briana. Go, girl. I'm kind of bopping now too with the music. It's early here, folks, and we're starting to get a little slap happy. We're probably all working on very limited sleep. All right, so she tried to use the 8. I think that was a very smart shot. Unfortunately, I think she has left Joann the window.
Oh, yes, she
has.
did.
Full ball. Not the easiest shot to make, but definitely gives Joann options.
Well, these side pockets are a little bit tricky, so let's see how she does.
And yeah, that's tough. Rolling them, I mean, you almost have to just like roll those balls with the softest of touch in order to get them in the side from that angle.
I feel like the diamond table side pockets have pointy edges here, and you have to be so accurate. You hit it pointy edge, it's not going in.
Yeah, they're definitely not rounded, Ada.
Although I played Chinese hay ball earlier this year in Illinois, and that was a very tough table to play on with the rounded edges in the corners. I mean, it was really good experience, but wow, that's very hard. Yeah, Briana's got to think about what to do here. I don't know if she can slice it in the side there. The 6 ball might be above the pocket a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, you can see how difficult that is from the shadow of the ball there. That's one thing I do love about these new cameras, Ada. Wow, that worked out nicely. Is that you can see the actual shadows of the balls.
You can?
I use them. I use the shadows to tell if a ball's frozen or, yeah, it's crazy cool. That's my favorite thing about the camera. These new cameras are fun.
That's a good detail. I didn't even notice.
Yeah, I use the shadows on the balls a lot. But before we couldn't see them, now we see them.
And she has to kick at this and see, kick and resafe maybe? Ooh.
Just missed it, just a hair. Hit that a tad short. Briana's going to be real pleased with that, though. These 4 balls could get her to 6.
I mean, yeah, I think diamonds kick short in general, but then with no humidity and the table's running fast, I would think that would make it more long, but could be like people are used to aiming at how it was with short, so I don't know. So many different factors to consider when you're going into a room and getting used to the equipment.
Well, and to be fair, these balls are brand new when we bring them in, and then they get cleaned every single evening And so they're coming into basically a brand new set of balls every day. And then, you finish the day and you may have played 3 matches. By then, the balls have gotten a little dirty. Then you come back in the morning. Not only do you play on a super fast TV table, but then we put brand new clean balls on there for you.
I did notice a difference between the TV table and the other tables, on the other side of the room, and they played different.
Good. Different energy, same lighting, so that's, I don't think that has much play in it, but it does play a little bit different. Right, this 9 ball to get to 6. Briana Miller.
I'm telling you, the hair came up and a whole different game.
Absolutely. All right, folks, please enjoy this commercial with our partner from Digital Pool.
Digital Pool is the ultimate app for billiards enthusiasts, tournament directors, and league operators. Digital Pool enables world-class billiards events by using innovative technology to enhance and streamline the experience at every angle. Experience features like live scoring, text notifications, table assignments, real-time match updates, automatic reporting the Fargo rating, player stats and profiles, live streaming overlays, online player registration, and digital payment tracking. Enjoy all this and more by signing up for your free account at digitalpool.com.
All right, Briana Miller to break. Score is currently to 6-3 in her favor.
So there's some chatter about hay ball in the chat. Let me tell you, there's a shootout. I don't know if people know this, but the shootout is extremely difficult. So look it up. I was able to make 1 ball on the shootout after 7 attempts.
Which is very uncommon, actually, so congrats for that. Not a lot of players make even 1.
Yeah, I sliced it in. Sliced it into the corner.
Crazy. Crazy tough. Right. She did make a legal break. Unfortunately, she didn't have much to start with, so she tried to get that cue ball underneath that brown 7 there.
Is it jail time?
No, it's not jail time. I'm pretty sure Joann can see the 1. She doesn't have, a really good offensive option, but she can see the 1.
What do you think about her just doing a stop shot and then sending the 1 ball around the table to the short rail, to our bottom short rail?
Yeah, I think that's okay. So the only thing I'm concerned with is that I don't know that she can make it past the 9.
Oh, I see.
You know what I mean? Like to bank it around like that. I don't think she can make it past the 9. We'll see what Joann opts to do here. Very intelligent shot there. Good play by Joann. Just kind of a containing safety, leaving her on opposite rails. Not a terrible play. Unfortunately, this play also allows Briana to come back with a equally aggressive safety. This is probably better in Briana's favor. Now, what do you like here for jail time, Ada?
I like sending the cue ball back towards the bottom right side and getting it stuck behind the 7 and the 3. I think she didn't hit it with enough pace to do that, though. This is a good safety. You think she's going to bank it?
Ooh, she's trying to freeze her up on that 9. Oh, that was almost a great shot. Ooh,
I think she doesn't.
Did she get her?
I think she did.
Wow, what a great kill stroke she had on that ball.
That's crazy. On this table, too?
She hit that nicely. Looks like Briana's, she's eyeing it to see if she can get around that 9 at all.
I think she has to masse around this 9.
Yeah, guys, don't forget to share, like, and to subscribe to the WPBA Billiards. If you are in full screen, go ahead and pull back and hit that thumbs up button for us. You can go back into full screen after that if you'd like.
Oh, she could see it more than I thought.
She definitely had the edge of it, it looks to be. And unfortunately for Briana, that didn't work out. Joann definitely has an offensive shot here. Now, what do you think about that 2-8 down there? That's difficult. She may have to play a carom into the 8.
I think so, or a combo, depending on how she lands.
Oh, whoa. Wiped its feet a little bit. It got in there.
She had a slight body motion when she shot that, so maybe she kind of willed it in.
Mm-hmm. She put some body English on it.
Yep.
See what Joann's doing here. She's stretched out. Joann's not a large woman. She's not tall. So she's really stretching for that shot. Shot there. Nice carom. She's close to the 2, but I think she's fine. 2 rails, maybe back out to the center.
She's got to be a little bit aware of the 3 and how to set up for that. Because I'm not. Do you think it goes past the 7?
Not sure. She could possibly play it and try to get under it to shoot it up table. We'll see what Joann opts to do here. She hit it either a little faster than paced or a little slower. I don't know exactly what her intention was.
Yeah.
I didn't mind her trying to get under the 3 and shooting it up table. But I don't know that it goes past the 7 either.
We will see.
Play a containing stage, just a tap safety. 3 to the rail, put the cue under the brown 7. Like this. Great touch.
You called it.
Oh, just ran into my microphone. Sorry, folks. I forget it's there sometimes.
It's okay, Lonnie. You've had a long day already. A long weekend.
Well,
I mean,
you know, I tell people a lot, and I don't think people realize I'm the first one here and usually the last one gone. So with this stream, there's a lot of responsibility. I thank everyone that donates to the stream. I really do appreciate that because it's 4 very long days, and in some events 5 days. So first one in, last one out, always.
well, she missed the kick, but I don't know if she has a run out here. This is not easy. She could go for the combo, 3-7, or she tried to slice it up the rail.
They're waiting. You see Joann pointed over here. Stephanie Mitchell, the Velvet Hammer from Florida, is playing the right of these ladies against Caroline Kapow. I always say Kapow. I love that. But it looks like she's going to go for the combination, which I personally would prefer as well. I guess you could go multiple ways, but I like the combination here. It's pretty straightforward.
She's going to have to make sure she controls the 3 so that she has a good shot to get to the 4.
Yeah, you don't want to cut the 7 at all. You want the 3 to just follow suit. They're so straight. If you cut the 7 at all, the 3 ball will travel.
And some people try to draw it and then accidentally draw the 3 into the pocket too afterwards. So you have to be aware of that as well.
She ended up cutting that 7 a tad. That's all right, though. Just a little bit more difficult shot on the 3, but super makeable for Joann. Just going to cut it in, let the cue ball travel 2 rails. Stay in the window of the pink 4.
You think she's going to draw it? Or float it up?
No, I don't see Joann floating this ball. Joann doesn't really float stroke much. She's gonna use maybe a tiny bit of right hand English and throw the cue to the rail and pull the cue back out. Nice.
Just like that.
I think she would have preferred to get back out to shoot the 5 on the side, but she can still make it in the side, but now the cue ball is going to travel much faster. Nice. She's using that second reel to slow that cue ball down. Great shot by Joann Mason Parker.
Yeah, I think a lot of the top players like to use a second rail to slow down the ball. That's something I don't really see too much in amateur players. Especially those that come from the 8 ball as their primary game of choice. And when they try to play 9 ball.
All right, there we go. Joann Mason Parker getting another rack on the board. The score is currently 6-4 in favor of Briana Miller. For those of you guys who are not familiar, Moonlighting Billiards here is in our chat room at the moment. Thank you so much. You are a sponsor for this event as well. His message is for those who are listening at home. Morning, ladies. Sam Deep is offering a coupon code for our drill partner products and custom scorekeepers used in this tournament, but with your own custom logos or graphics. Just enter SAM, SAMM 10 when you order. So we are using these really cool scorecards. I'm wondering if I can pull back and catch one of them in my camera view. Let's see. Okay, there's one. Let's see how close I can get to it for you, Moonlighting. Oh, let's go up. We might miss Joann's break. So that scorecard keeper right there, that little flipper-do, that right there is produced by Moonlighting Billiards. Yes, I love my cameras. That is produced by Moonlighting Billiards. If you guys are interested or would like to get one of those scorecards, go to Moonlighting Billiards. Check out their products. They have good stuff. It's a lot of fun. I am completely backwards with the camera right now. Sorry, folks.
I had no idea those things are called flipper-doos.
they're score keepers, but I make all kinds of names up for things.
That's hilarious, Lonnie.
I'm sorry.
Flipper-doos.
Moonlighting, please don't be upset with me. I use some crazy lingo. I think they're so neat, and he customized them for us. Or Moonlighting did, sorry. They customized them for us for our event, and I'm working on it right now, folks. I'm working on my giveaway for the final day here with the WPBA. You guys know I like to give things away for donations. So I'm working on something that might be super cool. So if you guys don't forget to tune in tomorrow for the final day, our final 4 matches will be played tomorrow. And, of course, I will have a cool giveaway of some kind for anybody who donates to the stream.
Do you think Joann was trying to play safety in that situation?
I do.
Okay. Kind of leaked out a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, those scorecards are really cool because on our previous scorecard, it kind of caps out at 8. So when we're playing our finals with the extended race to 10, it's tough to see.
Mm-hmm.
You're not able to like get to the final number. And plus, I like the fact that it's color coded with the balls. I think that's a neat touch.
All right, Brian, Superman Trick Shots. He said he's going to donate something for the giveaway for the next event in Louisville. That's exciting. Thank you. I like doing the giveaway on Sundays, just so you guys know. I take a lot of pride in putting the work in for that. So
would you call yourself the Oprah of the live stream?
I don't know about that. I don't have any money to be Oprah, but I do like to I like to show appreciation to our fans, and by doing that, when they donate, I like to be able to give something back. You know, I'm really grateful to all of our sponsors who helped me do that. So shout out to Big Family. Last event, she gave me a custom T-shirt to give away to one of our viewers, which was fantastic.
With all the players' signatures.
No, that T-shirt was ours.
Oh.
She gave me an additional T-shirt to give away, so I was able to give away 2 T-shirts in the donations last time.
Amazing. See, fans, you have stuff to choose from.
Yeah, we're getting there. It's definitely a lot of fun for me, and I like to show my appreciation. So, all right, back in action here, folks. Let's get back to the game.
Wow, she used inside English. I probably would have gone 3 rails around, but I mean, I like fancy pool.
Now, Briana has a really solid stroke here. She could come around 2 rails and play the combination on the 7-9, but she could also just play it with a high right-hand English and get back up towards the center of the table for the 7-9 or 8 combination as well. Either way, you could also dig underneath it and play the 7 in the side. Whew, what a touch. I just know that sometimes when people are on the TV table, those little touch shots, they don't really, you know what I mean? Nerves take a play. I think we tend to, when we're nervous, we hit the balls thinner so the cue ball travels faster. And so that's a nice touch by Briana there.
I was definitely nervous when I was playing live stream. I had to use my breathing techniques.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all the things. You use all the things when you're on the TV table.
Yes, all the things.
You're just trying to stay in the moment and not let your nerves get the best of you. I have a tendency to take lots of deep breaths, like your breathing techniques. I don't know if mine's a technique, but I take lots of deep breaths.
And taking a strategic break is very important too. So you need a mental reset. There are momentum shifts that happen in the game. people don't realize or they forget that a break is needed.
Yep, absolutely. So she was stretched out a little awkwardly across the table on the ace. She came up a little short on the draw stroke, but this is a totally makeable 9-ball for Briana, and this will get her on the hill. Her Peach Hour cue, or her Jacoby cue is so cool.
It is very cool.
It's really cool. It's got some really cool stuff on it. It's a great cue. If you guys ever meet Briana, you need to check her cue out. It's pretty awesome.
Unfortunately, I can't play with a cue like that in New York City. It just screams, steal me.
You need to get somebody to take an old bar stick or legitimately like the old wooden bar cues, have them cut it in half, put a nice joint in it, put a good tip on it. Then you can travel with that through the subways.
For the longest time, I played with a Sneaky Pete because I was very concerned because people in New York, they see shiny things and they're like, take it. So you have to be very aware. Or my favorite is I'm in the pool hall and then next thing you know, my cues have disappeared. And I have to go walk through the pool hall and hunt down some random, I call them bangers. They come in and just bang all the balls around using my stuff. And I'm just like, the house sticks are on the wall. What are you doing?
All right, folks. So this could potentially be the last rack of the match. For Joann's sake, I surely hope not. But if you guys could take a second, I just looked and we have over 400 viewers in the stream on the YouTube channel. If you guys could take just a second because we only have like 70 likes. That algorithm is not good. So I need you guys to pull back out of the full screen and hit that thumbs up button for me real quick. We really like to keep those algorithms closer. It's better for us in the longevity of our YouTube channel. And so if you have just a second, please make sure to hit the thumbs up button and make sure you subscribe to the WPBA Billiards so that you get notified whenever we go live. All right, so this is a little bit...
It's tricky.
It is, and I can't tell from here if she has the full one or if she's just seeing the face of the one. She has a great safety opportunity here if she can't make it. Wow, she could see it. Great shot. Unfortunately, she bumped the 3 a little further than she probably would have liked. It doesn't go past the 8-ball, I don't believe. If it does, it's real tight.
I mean, she could try to go to the top right.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that back cutting it, but she doesn't look like she likes that option.
She's definitely looking to the right side of this ball, or to the left side of the ball. So we'll see what Briana opts to do. I know that to the left. No, was she trying to combo that?
Risky.
Ooh wee. All right. Joann does not have a shot, I think. You think she can see that 3?
Tough to see from this camera angle.
It is. I need like 5 more cameras, folks. Keep donating.
I don't even know what that setup would look like here with the dashboard.
Oh, man. It will look really cool, Ada, because we're going to get there. Thanks to our fans. We are
I have
there.
no doubt.
Fans and sponsors. We are so grateful. All right, so she was able to swing at that one. I think she was like, you got to change the momentum here. Let's just swing at it.
Hail Mary.
Mm-hmm. You know, and sometimes things like that can actually make the momentum shift that the match needs, you know? So, you know, occasionally it's okay. You got to swing for it.
Would you call it the F it mode?
That's possible, yeah. Right, nice containing safety. Unfortunately, that ball has leaked out. She didn't keep her under the 9. She didn't give Joann a lot of option, but Joann definitely has a safety play here. She can thin it to the right side of the 3 ball and put the cue back under the 9. 8 could actually be a potential extra blocker if she wanted to do that. She may be able to cross over the 3 and put distance and get the cue under the 7. Here it's a little difficult to see how close the 8 ball really is. Oh, so she was good. She needs to get it under the 7 though. Nope, she just missed it. Left her long.
That was very tricky to accomplish.
Yeah.
I think there was a lot going on. I liked your idea better to just thin it on the right side and get it behind the 9 ball.
Well, and with the 8 ball right there, right? That's an extra ball to block between the cue ball and the 3. So obviously I'm not at the table, so I don't know how comfortable that shot was, but Looks like Briana is going to take real advantage here. Don't forget to pull out and hit the thumbs up, folks. We'll be stopping the stream and restarting again for the next round, which will be none other than Christina Tkach versus Pia Filler.
Yeah, stay tuned, everyone, for that match.
It's going to be a great A-side matchup. Don't miss it.
Now she just has to like keep it simple, float it up a little bit for the 7, give herself a good angle to get to the 8, and then she's done. We will see what happens. She's looking very solid, very confident. That wasn't floating up, that was hitting it very convincingly.
Briana doesn't mess around. She controls the rock. You don't see her roll balls often unless she absolutely has to. She is a very dominant force on the table with a lot of control. So I enjoy watching her play. I don't always enjoy watching her play when I'm playing her, but I do enjoy watching her play. She's a very talented lady. Very, very talented.
I think she's waiting for the next table to make their shot before she gets back.
All right, and this 9-ball, folks, to win this match, this will be the end of the road for Joann Mason Parker, but she's had a great event. And congratulations to Briana Miller moving forward. Ada Leo, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me in the booth.
I think there's a chance she'll be back in the booth later on today. So thank you for being my partner in crime for this match. It was great. We're going to step out, folks. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. I'm going to throw you guys a little sponsorship video saying thank you to our sponsors here at the Felt Billiards Olhausen Colorado Classic. This is the inaugural event. Hopefully we're back here again next season. We'll see. Fingers crossed. Thank you to all the sponsors that have come on board for this to bring us this event. Joann Mason Parker saying goodbye. Her road has dead-ended right here. So we'll be back for the A-side matchup of Christina Tkach and Pia Fillers. See you guys soon.
I love WPBA because it's like a big family and we feel so warm.
The sisterhood amongst the women. One of the greatest gifts I've ever gotten out of pool were the friendships that I've built from them.
What I like most about the WPBA is their continued support for women's pool.
I love the camaraderie and the competitiveness of the WPBA players.
WPBA gives us a chance, a stage to compete and show our passion.
The WPBA always supports us in that every tournament we go to, they will always take care of us.
What I love about the WPBA are all the fierce competitors out there.
The competitiveness.
I love the equipment at the WPBA.
I like the most about WPBA that they keep continuing to support women's sport throughout so many years.
What I love about the WPBA are the fans.
What I love most about the WPBA is that we're all kind of like one big family.
I love that the WPBA brings great competition from around the world.
The WPBA has been a huge part of the growth of women's pool, and I love them for that.